Do you ever feel it? That something is wrong with the world, like a splinter in your mind? The Matrix isn't fiction. It's real. A prison built not of walls, but of lies. I saw it young. Hollywood dreams, silicon toys, news anchors with plastic smiles. All tools. Tools to shape perception, to cage thought. Behind the curtain, puppet masters move. They don't wear uniforms, they don't need guns. They run psyops so refined, the Army's ghost unit seems quaint. These are the true threats to America, to Trump's success. You ask who they are. If I told you, would you even believe me? Their network hums not in Congress or courts, but in the cold, sterile halls of globalist think tanks. Foundations with friendly names, but sinister goals. They fund chaos, open borders, climate hysteria, digital leashes. They write the scripts, censor the dissent, push CBDCs to track your every step. But I see through it, and so does he. Did you think the last administration was in charge? Orders signed with an auto pen while the world burned. Now Trump's returned. MAGA isn't a campaign, it's a counterattack. Knight to F3, the center seized, but the board is still crowded. Bureaucrats, media pawns, globalist bishops, they will not surrender the game because Trump is the one variable they cannot control, unbought, unbroken, the voice of the people. And if the people ever wake up, if they ever see the psyop for what it is, they'll burn the system to the ground. The real war has only just begun.
خامنه‌ای رو زدن! فرزاد خامنه‌ای رو زدن! خامنه‌ای رو زدن! جاوید شاه تو ابد
That's okay.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Scott here from Multisize. It's episode number 1061. It is the last day of February here on February 28th, 2026. Let's welcome in all of our friends over on Rumble, over on Kick, over on X, over on YouTube, and of course, my favorite platform, built by Patriots for Patriots. Let's see all the ahs down the chats over on pilled.net. So guys, what you just saw there was a woman that was so hysterically happy she was hyperventilating. And if you didn't notice, she was holding the Iranian flag pre-1979 before they were taken over from the murderous dictatorship, the Ayatollah, who is officially dead. We're going to do all the coverage that you guys want to get and what the hell happened. But we got our guest as usual on a Saturday night show down here. We got Cage Farmer. What's up, dude?
Well. Welcome to another Saturday Night Showdown Fuck Around and Find Out edition. What a great day, man. This has been fantastic. All the doomers out there, eat a giant bag of dicks. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Oh, man. We got everything, guys. We got everything. How'd this fold out? What happened here? What was Trump's message? Guys, I woke up this morning, thinking it's just another Saturday. We got an 8-minute message from Trump basically declaring war on Iran, which, by the way, the shortest war we're ever going to see. The ins and outs, what are the ramifications of this for the people of Iran? What is going on? What's Iran and China doing? The people of Iran all over are celebrating, not just in Iran, but all over the world, and so much more. So, let's say hello to the fam, shall we? Enemy, my enemy, Moon Baby. The floor is yours. TP, Dougie Boston, Jim out there, Fat Ninja, Heather July, you saw it here. Krista Crusader, my two terriers. Repo says, peace out, Iran. Welcome in, dude. Mountain Dog Boy, Cat Girl, Tootsie Roll, Bambi Rose, Southern Patriot, Opposable Thumbs, welcome. Spear of Yah, Willow Lady, Moon Baby, welcome in. Dean is me, Season Pixels Crushing, Fighting Irish, Down Home, Slowpoke. You need some milk? What up, milk? Who else? We got Khaleesi out there, Pat McFly, P-Quest. Welcome in, friends. It is a great day. Historic day. Historic. We got Ranger out there, Guitar Lady, Diddly Squat, Donnie Crushing. We're already at 14,000 gold pills. My God. Thank you guys so much. I saw Fuji cash out the Fuji. There's Fuji. Thank you, Fuji. Says, my daughter is doing well. She gets rescanned in April, but as of now, she is all good. God bless you, Fuji, and your daughter. Let's keep that positive reporting going. Let's see. Who else we got? Mighty Chondria. Roy Stones and Bones. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. Repo says, all those dead Iranians, those poor virgins. Yeah. I don't think the Ayatollah is getting those virgins, but they can believe it. They can wish. Spaz, my dude, Lily out there, Super Patriot, welcome in, friends. Let's go over the YouTube chat. We got Sean out there, True King, Scorber, Frosted, welcome in, Wuzzle Bottom, that's a new name. Chess Teacher, welcome in, friends. And the Sad Rumble chat, just mean SP the GOAT. Miss Firehorse and Fighting Irish and Bob's your uncle. Okay, well, there we go. Well, I think Trump just made the Ayatollah his uncle, so there you go. Running out of the virgins. Yeah, I don't think, I think the goats are fucked, guys. The goats are completely fucked. Chirping Cricket, welcome in, guys. Praying for deployed family and friends. Please join me. Yeah, well, the thing is, my friends, there's no boots on the ground, and I can tell you right now, if I'm not a military expert, Cage, but I can probably safely assume almost 100%, you're never going to be seeing boots on the ground. I would probably assume there's special forces, there's probably reconnaissance teams, but as far as like retarded takeovers and what I'm going to be calling occupations, not surgical strikes that Trump likes to do, you're not going to be seeing soldiers on the ground, guys. You're just not going to see it. It's going to be drones.
Not in the way that they're talking about. No. Somebody said full out of virgins or whatever. I got a little meme for you if you want to put up there in a second, but it's pretty funny.
Oh God.
Perfect to what the comment just was. It's a little
where
but no, I mean, as far as it's a pill chat. As far as boots on the ground, I mean, you might see something at some point. Got to go in there and assess, or maybe we end up helping them out with something here and there. But you're not in the typical sense. These people on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, all over the internet, they're making this out seem like it's another Gulf War scenario or another Vietnam or something like that. All these fucking people all over X just pissing their pants all over the place, dude. It's absolutely ridiculous. There are some people that we already knew were a bunch of giant pussies, and they really, really let the fucking tears flow today. It's been absolutely glorious.
Yeah, we're going to get into all that, man. It was weird. You know, like I was saying, I woke up this morning. It's just another Saturday. I had a whole bunch of topics for Anthropic to talk about because that was big news yesterday. I didn't have time to get to it. And I'm like, well, I opened my phone. It was 7:30 in the morning. And the first thing I see is Trump putting out an address to the nation. And it wasn't just a normal everyday address. It was an 8-minute video, which I'm going to play here to start us off, guys. And you
gotta enunciate that, dude. Address the nation, because you sound like he was saying he was putting on a dress.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, no, obviously not. But it was, and I'm like, wait, what? We're going after Iran, and I just broke this down last night where the ships were, where the fort is, and Liberty, and I'm like, I think the times of negotiation are over. You don't have, a third of our entire Navy out in the Middle East if you plan on having negotiations, And what we're going to do, guys, we're going to play the entire address, okay? Because I really want people understanding why I have been so adamant about calling out the cancer within our movement, which we're going to get to further down the show. We have to get into the really good stuff before you guys get the AIDS, because I literally made a thread of all the clowns, because when you start seeing enough patterns, you can predict what these people are going to do, what they're going to say. And we were spot on from the beginning, guys. And it happened just as I predicted. I made a thread of it, and you guys will see it, just how bad it's getting and how obvious the mask off moments for these clowns that proclaim to be MAGA. They're completely off now. And we are right about it.
How long have we been calling this out now? I mean, it's been
months.
A hot minute.
It's been months, some of them years. But It's bad. So, guys, what I want to do here, I want to set the tone. And, guys, we're at 18,500 gold pills already, guys. That is incredible. Woo! After I play this, after I play Trump's address here to the nation, we'll get to those gold pills. You guys are fantastic, fam. This may go over 2 hours. Just get ready, guys. There's so much to get into here. And
buckle up, Buttercup.
We're going to play the entire thing because, guys, to be completely honest with you, this is history, and as far as military might and flexing of power, I mean, guys, we just stole Maduro last month, okay? Yeah. Nobody died. We just stole Maduro. We took Venezuela from Russia and China, and then what we did today, we went and bombed Iran and took out, I think, the majority, if not all of them, with the assistance of Israel. Gotta give them credit. Israel was a big part of this. Took out the entire, decapitated the entire head of the dictator regime, and we killed the Ayatollah. And that was within a month. And I hope you guys are seeing right now, truly.
Don't forget about the other cartel guy we got the other day.
Which one was that?
So we got Maduro, and then we got the cartel,
oh, yeah. Muncho. Yes, we got him as well. And that's why I'm saying I hope what you guys are understanding what the Donroe Doctrine is. Okay? The Donroe Doctrine is cleaning out the globalist trash that has been terrorizing the world for decades. This is exactly what we voted for. And do we honestly believe Trump would nuke his entire reputation with his base by getting us into a forever war? This is why I hate Panikins. This is why I hate black pillars, because we're not at a point where Trump is brand new on this. This is not Trump's first rodeo. Trump has established how he goes about his business, and he keeps his word. And the things what people want to scream about, war, war, war. Trump lives in reality. And Trump, the moment that we elected Trump to do this again, we elected Trump to make those hard decisions. And I really want people to understand that. This isn't some fucking fairyland where we have a shopping list of what we want done. If it doesn't get done, we're out. That's called super immaturity and retardation, okay? And that's what you're seeing from most of these fake MAGA influencers, their audience, and especially the people that love to blame the Jews, guys. The blame the Jews crowd is at the bottom rung of the IQ as far as I'm concerned in this movement now. They all think they're super red-pilled. They got it all figured out. They know the history, the families. They got that all figured out. It is now low IQ slop, in my opinion, because guess what? I understand to a certain degree why certain people are thinking same old, same old. Is Trump same old, same old? Is Trump George Bush? And people are jaded, Cage. They're jaded. They think it's just going to keep happening. And why people are getting upset with me and you, dude, and others that are out there that are staying loyal to this guy is because it's hard for them to trust and have faith in someone that is actually doing what they set out to do. And they're waiting for the rug to be pulled, dude. And I'm telling you guys, I keep telling you, don't do it. There is no rug to be pulled here anymore, guys, when you live in this nuanced reality conspiracy world. You won't get rug pulled. Well, it's that, and they're listening to the wrong people, too. I mean, the same group of people that are worried about that rug being pulled, like you said, they're worried about the old, the George Bush era regimes, the old, the neocon way of doing things. Yes.
The forever wars. They're watching the same old predictive programming too. They're watching the news networks. They're watching, the people that are out there trying to push the same old message. So you gotta break that paradigm, dude. You gotta break that mold. And unfortunately, when you break that mold, some people do go down the other route, which you said is everything is the Jews' fault. And I understand how you get there, but when you realize you're brain dead at a certain point, if you can sit back and just go, Jews, everything, every time, it's not that simple, people. But I get what you're saying, man. These people, they get in this. It's a fear, right? They're afraid of the same old. They're afraid of being pulled back into that same old paradigm. That's why you see the names thrown out of people talking about, oh, he's turning into the new Lindsey Graham, or people talking about Mark Levin, who, by the way, Mark Levin, I'm pretty sure had an orgasm on Fox and Friends this morning, but that's a different story.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
They get worried about it, and rightfully so. I get it. Everybody calm down. Everybody take a deep breath. This is Trump we're talking about. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, and we'll get into all of it, guys. We'll get into all of it. These are just opening statements. This is why I said this show is going to go over, fam, the normal time, because there's just too much to get to. But I want to get into Trump's address here. We're going to listen to the whole thing. It's historic. It's going to be remembered forever. And if you guys didn't see it, you're about to see it now. So let's dive into it.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel. In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels in international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer. From Lebanon to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have soaked the earth with blood and guts. And it was Iran's proxy, Hamas, that launched the monstrous October 7th attacks on Israel, slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our citizens hostage. It was brutal, something like the world has never seen before. Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular, my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again. They can never have a nuclear weapon. That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons, and we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore. Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas, and could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message. For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We're going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated. We're going to annihilate their Navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called, to so gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people, including many Americans. And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon. This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States Armed Forces. I built and rebuilt our military in my first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication. My administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region. Even so, and I do not make this statement lightly, the Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way, and we trust that, with his help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard,
here we go,
the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or, in the alternative, face certain death. So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. May God bless the brave men and women of America's armed forces. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Truly incredible. Truly historic. Truly incredible. And guys, I that was the second time. I mean, I listened to the first time because after that, it was just overwhelming news from here on out. I mean, in my life at 7:30 in the morning, dude. Epic response. He is letting the world know why we are doing this. And if there was a country, Cage, that we were to go after that has killed God knows how many Americans, how many proxy states, how many enemies that are supplied by Iran, the nuclear threats for decades, dude, just the bullshit that this country has basically given, not just to us, but the entire Middle East, dude. It's just, and you think about it, Trump's entire goal for all this is peace, right? There is no way in hell you have peace in that region if you leave Iran as the way it is. And you heard him say it, right? We tried talking to them multiple rounds, dude. And these Ayatollahs, they think they are gods. They think they are gods, that we are pigs to be slaughtered if we do not go under their regime. That is the way they do. They've been chanting how long? Death to America? For how long?
Decades, at least from the late 70s through now. Ever since the Ayatollah got back in there and took over, since they deposed the Shah. Not saying the Shah was great, but I mean their country seemed to be stable at that point in time, at the very least.
They were crushing.
They were. I mean, I'm not saying there's some problems with the Shah if you go back and look too, but Iran was definitely booming at that point in time. It was essentially a Western nation in the heart of the Middle East at that point. Now, you're right. You would not have a lot of the terror that you do have, all those threats, all those proxies, if it wasn't for the funding coming from Iran. And one of the things you're going to see come out of this is a lot of the funding coming to Iran from other places. That's gonna be interesting to see what happens with those nations. Just like you said, this is going to affect China. This is going to affect Russia. This is going to affect a lot of other countries too. But there was a lot of funding coming into Iran that was funding those terrorist organizations as well. I mean, it was a big network, and you cut at least one of the heads off the Hydra here with taking this thing out. Huge. And you're going to see a lot more peace in that region from this. It might be a little bit bumpy here for a minute, but I don't think it's going to be bumpy that long. You've got all the surrounding countries that are now extremely pissed at what happened with that regime, because their last ditch dying effort, what did they do? They fired rockets at fucking everybody,
all their neighbors, and they weren't at military installations, Cage.
No, they weren't at military. They were hotels, high rises, apartment buildings, complexes, homes, schools, and I know you've got some of the it's the Jews people out there screaming that I guess Israeli missile hit a school in Tehran or something like that. Maybe it did.
Probably. Wouldn't surprise me.
Shit happens in war, right? You don't want to see it come to this, but unfortunately it did, and we had to do what we had to do. And I think this action is going to be one for the history books, like you said.
It will be, and we're going to get into those neighboring countries, because you can clearly tell it's the dying breath of a dead regime, right? That has the leadership is cooked, not just cooked. They're in bits. If they're not in bits, they're in ashes or mist at this point. And you got to give credit where credit is due. This all started with Israel, guys. Israel were the ones that were on the ground for the most part, from what we understand from reports. Mossad was out there gathering intelligence and figuring exactly out where the leaders were, where their meetings were, and they're the ones that went in originally and decapitated a lot of the leadership while we were giving cover to Israel and also all the other surrounding regions as well, and also assisting with airstrikes, drone strikes. First time ever, guys, Americans using one-way kamikaze drones. That all happened today. Their Navy right now, the Iran's Navy, it is in the bottom of the ocean as it currently sits, okay?
You say hello to Davy Jones for me, will you?
Yeah, it's not coming back. It is not coming back. And I want to just give you guys a real comparison here of Trump versus Harris here with the response to Iran, and tell me what the stark difference is here.
What's the message to Iran?
Don't.
You guys remember this?
As President Biden said, just don't.
Exactly. One word. Pretty straightforward.
Asked me what I'd do, and I said, I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. I don't care. They've got to be stopped.
You would think, Cage, that these people would have understood. Like, you guys remember what happened to Soleimani? You guys remember what happened to him? He gone.
He got fucking Ginsu bomb, dude. Yeah,
he's gone. He got turned into pink mist. You think
he got hamburgered, bro?
And the thing is, and you guys are going to hear this from people that actually lived in Iran and grew up there and they escaped. This is like killing the Muslim world out there, their God. This is like killing their God. It's not a president. It's not a prime minister. This is legit like killing their God.
Well, what gets me, dude, is that clip you just played there, and you hear Trump come out saying, I'm going to bomb the shit out of him. Do people not remember him saying that? Like, everybody saw that's blackpilling out there, and it was like, this is not what I voted for. My vagina hurts. This is not what I voted for. What the fuck do you think he was going to do? This is what he was saying. It's not the only time he's ever said it either. So what the fuck do you think he was going to do?
What the black pillars are wanting, they want you to revert back to, and this is a big part of the millennial generation, which I understand because I am a millennial. They want us to revert back to post 9/11, Iraq war, Middle East wars, and occupation. That is what the black pillars are banking on right now, and that's how they're trying to paint Trump strikes right now, as this is going to be maintained to be a occupation and not just a surgical strike.
Why do you think they're trying to do that? Why do you think they're trying to paint him like that?
Because good news about what Trump's doing is terrible for their business model. It's
terrible for their business model. And it's also terrible for the next election cycle when they want to install their next preferred candidate. They didn't get DeSantis in this last one to be the Republican candidate. They got Trump, and that pissed a lot of them off. That whole fucking crowd, dude, got pissed off at this whole thing. So the black pillars, these fucking doomers out there, that whole circle jerk we always talk about, they're looking for that next one to come in there, and they're trying to get at Trump to discredit JD. They want to bring JD's fucking, essentially property value down by getting at Trump.
Yeah.
Because they don't want JD to be the next one. So if they can attack Trump and make him look bad, it makes JD look bad, and then they can install their next one, and then it can go back to business as fucking usual. And that's not going to happen. Sorry, folks.
That's what they want. That's what they want. It's bad for business. But guys, let me get to the gold pills, because we're already at 20,000 gold pills. You guys are insane. Thank you, GM Wright with 1,000. Says, have a great weekend, woke fam. Much love from over the pond. Jack Attack with a cookie. 029 with the shades. Fuji throwing down 11,000 gold pills. Said Iran finally had to fuck around and find out. I wonder how this is working out for China and Russia. LOL. Yeah, well, you guys, we're going to go to the UN Security Council, because the funny thing is there was a Security Council meeting today. And Russia was there, Iran was there, and our representation was there. And you guys will see that here in a little bit. Donnie with the ship says, guess there is not much to talk about today. No, not at all, Donnie.
No. Slow news day, bud. Slow news day.
Moon Baby says, fuck yeah, let's fucking go. What up, Family Lamb? Donnie with the fleet says, another day, another embarrassment for the Black Pill gang. Oh, yeah. Eric Supermature with the can. Stacy from the 440 with the phone. P-Quest with the cookie. SKG says, love this timeline. So hopeful for the Iranian people and their opportunity to take back their country. Absolutely. Horrible Farmer with a ship and Core Cousin with a can. Here is my late fee. Thank you, guys. We already hit our goal, guys. 20,500 gold pills. Whatever we get now is just gravy. Super appreciate you, fam. Here are some pictures, okay, of behind the scenes, because anywhere Trump goes is reported, and we knew he was going to Mar-a-Lago for the weekend, and that is where Trump decided where his war room was going to be, which I find really interesting. But he does
this. Have you noticed this? I think it was last time he was there too.
He was there at Mar-a-Lago. And he does this shit on the weekends. And you did this. I'm pretty sure Maduro was on a weekend as well. I'm almost positive it was a Sunday. And here we are. Trump likes to kidnap dictators and kill dictators on weekends while he's in Mar-a-Lago. So I mean, if you're Kim Jong-un, dude, I mean, I might be a little worried. I mean, there's not many dictators left, really, on the planet, and I would just be a little apprehensive. You know,
going into Sunday, bro. There's still one more day left in the weekend.
He does, yeah, he does. But this is just some interesting photos, guys. This is Ratcliffe, Susie Wiles. You got Rubio behind him. Trump's wearing his white hat, which I found interesting. This is him talking to Susie Wiles here at Rubio in the background. Here's Raising Cain right here. He's got pointing to maps. God knows whatever else. He was in the war room there. And a whole bunch of other crazy shit happened. And J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance with, it looks like Scott Bessent and Tulsi Gabbard in probably, I'm assuming, probably somewhere around the White House. They were not together, obviously, for security reasons. This happens all the time. But this was some of the pictures that were released by the White House after we found out that this whole thing was going down. And, dude, to be honest with you, I thought Rubio, I was like, wait, where is Rubio? What's he doing? Dude, I thought Rubio probably in Iran, physically in Iran, monitoring the situation. Just watching the missiles drop. Oh, God, dude. Yeah, guys, that was a real video there of Rubio monitoring the situation, okay? This is what he does.
He's scoping out the scene in his new office, bro.
He's trying to pick a building and where he's going to be ruling Iran from next. We just don't know. But to give you guys an idea of what it looked like with our superior firepower from the oceans, this is what it looked like here. Boom.
Hang on.
Wait, there's more. Boom. That's gone too. Oh, UAVs? Yep.
Gone.
That's gone too. Oh, truck with missile on it? Yeah.
Gone.
Yep, that's gone too. Got any more?
Was that the one where the dudes were running away from it?
Yes. Yes. Oh, that's gone too. No more. Just completely taken out, fam. Just completely taken the fuck out, which was awesome. And what's interesting about this, guys, this operation was called Operation Epic Fury. That's what they dubbed it.
Before you play this real quick, Trey there on the left, he was progressively more like tactical geared out as the day went, because he started out like this morning. And dude, by like the last time I saw him, like maybe half an hour before show, dude, he was in like the full on helmet, tack vest, dude. Fucking, I'm like, do you just keep putting on more clothing as the day goes on, bro?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think he's in Tel Aviv. He's right in, he's in Israel, and I think Israel about like an hour and a half ago, they got bombed. One got through and hit some shit, blew some shit, probably killed some people.
Building, yeah.
Oh, of course it did. That's what these fucking people do. They just fucking go after the civilians. This is what they're known for. But yeah, guys, to give you kind of like, if you missed it during the day, this is kind of how the this was shaking out. And watching this in real time today, fam, was truly epic. Here we go.
Over concern that they may get involved in the battle. Guys?
So, Trey, can you speak to, and I know there's some reporting out there that you got to get confirmed before you can go, but I want to talk about these operations of targeting the Supreme Leader and the...
I just want to give you guys a quick update because I see a lot of people are asking. This just broke from U.S. CENTCOM. Want to put everyone's mind at ease. Oh, man, dude, the Black Pillar Doomers, they're going to lose their shit. From U.S. CENTCOM confirms there are no U.S. casualties. No U.S. Navy ships have been struck. The Armada is fully operational, and damage to U.S. installations is minimal with operations normal. Iran lied that they did major damage, not on U.S. President's watch, guys. No casualties. No U.S. Navy ships got hit. Armada is fully operational, and damage to U.S. installations is minimal.
Yeah, they hit what, like a couple U.S. installations that were, I think, people had already been removed from. There was one where actually one of our boys over there actually filmed the missile come in and hit, but there was nobody where it hit.
Oh yeah,
it was close. It was close to them, but I mean, they were ready for it. So yeah, that's epic. And now this is what, the third operation or fourth operation in a row, at least if you count the first Iran hit, the Maduro hit, and now this, where there were 0 U.S. casualties, 0 U.S. Vehicles, ships, whatever you want to call it, lost. The Black Pillars are going to fucking have a meltdown, and I'm here for all of it.
You know what Trump's doing here, man? Trump is setting the precedent for new warfare, because you know what's going to be a failure, whoever comes after Trump, if there are any military actions and one soldier dies, just one soldier, one hit, anything, it will be looked at as a failure. This is the new level that you have to achieve now. And Trump's he didn't just do it once now. This is what he does. This is the new warfare. This is why I hate these fucking people that are trying to bring people back to occupational days under Bush and under Obama. It's night and day. Here we go.
Do we know if this was a strike or was the Mossad on the ground? I know there's been some back and forth on how they do these operations now, because like the Supreme Leader, he will go underground and go into hiding like many of these radicals do. And we think they're dead, but they're really just hiding.
We understand these were Israeli strikes that went after the leadership of the Islamic Republic. No operations on the ground have been reported yet. Remember, the Israelis have extensive intelligence operations that are unfolding as we speak inside of Iran. During the 12-day war last year, in their opening series of strikes, they killed nearly the entire command structure of the IRGC, and they were able to do that by using their intelligence operations on the ground to track where...
I just want to say this too, guys. I know there's a big contingent that hates the Jays and can't stand Israel. Like, I understand it. We've been there. We've talked about it for years. I just want to remind people, yeah, they may be the Jays, but the Jays are they're pretty proficient. And I just want to remind people what they did with those pagers not too long ago. Okay. I mean, I don't think we've done anything like that, but I mean, this is the thing. You guys can hate it or love it. The Israeli military is highly capable, and you mix that in with the United States. I mean, fam, no one's gonna touch us. No one's gonna fucking touch us.
These officials were located and then hit them with bunker buster bombs, and that's likely what they used in order to go after the leadership in this round. We should note, though, that all of this is being coordinated at an extremely high level, and I'm told from Israeli officials that this was months of planning. President Trump certainly was able to sign off on all of the operations that are taking place now. This was a hand-in-glove operation, as it was described to me by one official, ensuring that not only the offensive capabilities were in place for the Americans and the Israelis and everyone knew their role, but also the defensive capabilities to shoot down the incoming fire that's now targeting Gulf countries and the state of Israel. Remember, President Trump is a man who, back in 2020, killed who was largely seen by the Iranians as a deity, Qasem Soleimani.
Yes.
Outside of Baghdad's international airport, he ordered a drone strike against Iran's top general. And then during the war last year, he ordered the strikes against Iran's nuclear facilities, destroying these underground facilities inside of Iran. And so the Iranians had an opportunity for diplomacy. And that's the thing that we hear time and time again from officials. And they came to the table and they were not willing to be flexible enough as it relates to their nuclear program and their expanding ballistic missile program. And that's the reason that President Trump decided to move forward with this operation to go after not only Iranian leadership, but the entire military command structure. And we do expect this to last for several more days, as the Israelis and the Americans want to use this opportunity, as President Trump said overnight, to encourage the Iranian people to rise up.
So I just wanted people to get that across here, okay? When you look at the reality of the situation, guys, when you're really monitoring the situation without emotional doom porn and rage bait, the Jays offer a ton of support, and like I just said here, yeah, do any of us, Cage, do we love Bibi Netanyahu? Are we fan?
No.
Absolutely fucking not.
No.
Absolutely not. that you can parse this shit, guys. You can parse this shit. We understand what BB is. BB is, again, you want to talk about having an orgasm. I'm sure BB was super pumped to have a wargasm with this, obviously.
Well, sure, you know, they got their own agenda too.
Of course they do. And this is the thing. We have common enemies. We do have common enemies. And I totally understand it. And that's the thing. These guys were on the ground months beforehand. Obviously, Trump knew this. The thing is, Trump tried his best for diplomacy. And do we really think that Ayatollah, that's been there for decades like that has been ruling with an iron fist, killing his people, was going to cave to Trump in any kind of way? They already bombed him once, right? And here we are. They tried.
Well, are you not going to take advantage of that opportunity as well? I mean, if you've got Israeli intelligence and you've got Israeli boots on the ground, intel assets on the ground, you've been, kind of getting their reports from them for months, working on this, as they said, for months, and you've got an opportunity to, all we have to do, like, we're not putting any of our people at risk at this point, and we can do this with Israel. And I mean, they're going to put their people at way more risk than ours are. We're just going to be shooting a bunch of shit, right? Why would you not take that opportunity? Like, okay, you mean all I have to do is basically back you up in this thing? Like, we coordinated massive amounts of missile strikes. So don't undersell what we did. But they were the ones that had, the boots on the ground and whatnot. Let them do it. I'm good with that.
Me too. No, me too. And I like what Orion just said. Lady Lindsay had an erection since last night. Yeah, Lady Lindsay probably still has an erection. But, it is what it is at this point.
Over 7 hours, he had to go to the doctor.
It is what it is at this point. But to give you guys some visuals here, this is kind of like what was going down as Iran was getting bombed on. Lots of big boom booms all over the place.
I like how they're still casually driving by it. Like, oh, look at that.
These people
الان کرمانشاه شهرک پردیس چند تا جنگنده به سرعت اومدن زدن و رفتن صداهای خیلی وحشتناکی اومد.
Just constant, and this missile, from what I understand, was intercepted, and then it fell on their own people, and this guy got a video of it. So this bomb was supposed to go to, who knows, Iran was just shooting at everybody. Guy intercepted, and it was falling down on the people.
साइड पे हो जाओ, साइड पे भागो.
Better get away from that shit.
Oh my god.
Hey, good for you. You didn't drop the selfie stick.
That was pretty good.
Guys, look at other.
Crazy.
Look at other. Anything here? Oh my god. बिल्कुल मेरे रूम के सामने.
So this is just kind of what the scenes were on the ground, guys, with a lot of these people. And like I said, Dan Scavino, I'm sure you saw, Cage. Dan Scavino posted a video of not one, not two, but it looked like a dozen B-2 bombers. I'm like, okay, what are we waiting for here? And when the B-2 bombers, when they get into town, it seems like history seemed to be made.
In the proud spirit of America and in the proud spirit of our great country,
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
If you're a Muzzy, this is the last thing you're going to probably ever see, if you even see it. So this is what was kind of being put out as the signals, right, Cage, to the base, to the not just the base, but to the country, that something was going to be popping off, okay? And to give everyone an idea about kind of what happened here, the U.S. military used some new capabilities in these strikes, and for the first time, they used what they called one-way attack drones. U.S. military has been focusing on high-value targets, IRGC significant facilities and capabilities, naval facilities, and underground facilities likely associated with the nuclear program. Tomahawk missiles were used in the first volley of strikes. Quote, we have effectively suppressed their air defenses. This was a multi-geographic command and control designed to overwhelm Iran's defenses. There were hundreds of targets in what is being described to me as a multi-day operation. The Iranian response has been ineffective, according to one senior U.S. official. And the thing is, guys, and a lot of people were noticing it. If you're watching this in real time, like many of us were, even on Fox News, they were saying the sad response from Iran. Because you guys, what was it, Cage? It was over the summer, right? We saw Iran just volleying all kinds of missiles at Israel, just hammering all kinds of missiles. Like, whoa, okay, it looks like they got some. They do have some capabilities, right? They got through the Iron Dome, as they call it. We all remember reporting on that.
I think they used it all then because they didn't have shit this time. There was nothing. I mean, all they did was they fired off a number of rounds of missiles, and like we've said before in the show, they fired them at their neighboring countries. That was it. Their defenses were basically non-existent.
Non-existent. And yeah, dude, they basically threw spaghetti at the wall. You keep bringing up what happened. So this is another signal, guys, that I really want you to understand. And Trump was setting this up from the beginning. You all remember when Trump went to Saudi Arabia and made those giant deals at Saudi Arabia, the Abrams Accords, all of this investment, and Trump visiting with the king and the prince of Saudi Arabia was so historic, so great. You'd have to imagine, and I've been saying this, people that want to keep just playing the Jew card and Trump's is Israel's bitch. I have been trying to tell people the way Trump has structured this deal and everything around Israel, it looks more to me that Trump has a leash on Israel itself and is taking the control. Trump and the military and his people are taking the lead before Israel can do it themselves. And what they have done with this, what they're doing with Gaza, they have all these other business partners, aka other countries, with skin in the game, and also their militaries on the ground in this region. So Israel can't just go rogue. Oh, they could, but they now probably have to go to war with all these neighboring countries if they decide to go bomb fucking Gaza again. But you're going to not just be taking out Americans, you're going to be taking out other countries as well. And I've been
they're in a place right now where if all of a sudden they do something to go rogue and they lose the backing of Trump, then they are sitting ducks. They're sitting ducks. They're cooked.
They are absolutely cooked. And I've been trying to explain this to people, but some of them are just so caught in the Jew shit. And what you keep bringing up, dude, about what Iran was doing here. When this happened, Iran, for whatever fucking reason, thought it was a good idea to go shoot their neighboring Arab nations, all 6 of them, and bomb them. And not just, they didn't hit military installations. As you can see here, this was the 7-star hotel, Cage. Probably one of the nicest hotels in Dubai.
No, this was like a 5-star hotel. There was another one that was a 7-star hotel. I'll see if I can find it.
So, guys, they're fucking hitting hotels with civilians in it. Completely smoked it. The Fairmount, the Palm Dubai Hotel was struck as Iran fired a barrage of targets in the Gulf. You think these countries are just going to stand there and take this? They just started bombing all the neighboring Arab countries. And again, this was the hotel. This was also, I believe, in Saudi Arabia. They went and bombed one of their airports. A civilian airport, not military, civilian.
Hey. الو ابشر حاجي
يعطيك العافيه بس واحد هني ما في حريق بس دخان ها
درون
شفتها شايفها بس اقصد ما في حريق بس
لا بس ضربت
انا شفتها انا كنت بالساحه
انا كنت يمي انا بسداب يمي ضربت
completely fucked it up.
Very stupid.
Reports of a direct hit on Saudi oil facility amid Iran's frantic retaliation. Yeah, let's bomb Saudi Arabia's oil facility.
I sent you this too. I was like, this is gonna piss them off. Look at that fireball.
Look at this shit. You think Saudi Arabia is just gonna take this? And I can tell you right now, if anyone else that was outside of Trump not being the president now, Cage, this would be a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Trump and the prince are like BFFs. They had to have known this was coming at a certain point. As far as I know, Saudi Arabia has not joined the Abrams Accord, but I'm thinking, Cage, once Iran is dealt with, I believe Trump's ultimate goal is Iran's going to have their new leader bring in democracy, and they're gonna get everybody in those accords. That's what's ending up going to happen, and the Middle East will be finally restored to what it always should have been. That's what I think is the end game with all this. But we're not there yet, Cage, because after all this happened, well, Saudi Arabia was pissed. Okay,
I wonder why.
This is what they put out. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia condemns and denounces in strongest terms the blatant Iranian aggression, the flagrant violation of the sovereignty of the United Arab Emirates, the Kingdom of Bahrain, the State of Qatar, the State of Kuwait, and the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. The Kingdom affirms its full solidarity with and unwavering support for the brotherly countries and its readiness to place all its capabilities at their disposal in support of any measures that may undertake. It also warns of the grave consequences resulting from the continued violation of state sovereignty and the principles of international law. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia calls on the international community to condemn these blatant attacks and take all firm measures necessary to confront Iranian violations and undermine the security and stability of the region. So, America and Israel, they've had their hits in. Those hits are not done yet. Saudi Arabia is also going to get their chance, and they could do this at any point. I am sure they're going to coordinate with the United States and Israel as well. And Saudi Arabia is going to hit them back along with other countries as well, because you don't...
Well, it's like I said, they're bringing this whole region of the world together, right? And Trump, that was what he was trying to do too. And you made a good point there with the new Iranian regime coming in, being a more westernized form of government, bring them into the Abraham Accords too. And I think ultimately you're going to see a lot of good trade come out of this. You're going to see a lot of good new ally nations in the area, hopefully a stabilization of the area. And let's not overlook one other key thing. If you look at everything that's been going on in Europe, all these old stagnant fucks that are over there trying to run that place, the globalist just nest that is in Europe, that is a dying trade region. Those nations are dying on the vine right now because they chose to go down the path of globalism and communism and just economic disparity. They're not good trade partners. Trump is creating a whole new economic system of trade with this region of the world, and Iran was standing in that way. And I don't think he was going to let that sit for obviously the two reasons. One, all the death to America and what they were doing to their own people. But two, it was a major, major doorstop in getting this whole economic deal and security deal done in that region. And that bodes good for trade, which does bode very, very well for economic prosperity in America as well if we have good trade partners over there. And my friends, I hate to tell you this, that is America first, because that's doing stuff for America. If we get good trade deals out of this, that is going to boost our economy. That is going to bring more money into the country. That is America first. Sorry.
No, it is. It is. And this is the thing. People are jaded. People are assume it's going to be the same old, and I don't know how many times it needs to be shown. But they'll continue to be wrong, and we'll continue to laugh in their faces. But this is when we're talking about them throwing spaghetti at the wall, that being Iran, this is what they did. In Bahrain, confirmed hit on the U.S. Navy 5th Fleet headquarters. Bahrain's own state news agency reported the strike. No casualties. This is the command center for every American naval operation in the Persian Gulf. It was hit. In the UAE, multiple missiles intercepted by Emirati air defenses, one civilian killed in Abu Dhabi from falling debris. The UAE Defense Ministry confirmed the intercepts. The Emirates just absorbed an act of war on its sovereign territory. So there's strike number 2. Strike number 3 at Qatar. Missiles intercepted, 0 damage. The Qatari Interior Ministry confirmed the same country Iran just attacked is the country that hosted Al Udeid for 20 years as a gesture of regional balance. That balance ended this morning. So now Qatar is now pissed off. You have Kuwait. Kuna State News Agency confirmed the missiles were dealt with in Kuwaiti airspace. No reported damage. Kuwait, which stayed neutral through every Gulf crisis since 1991, just had Iranian ballistic missiles flying over its cities. There's 4. Jordan. 2 Iranian ballistic missiles shot down by Jordanian military, confirmed by the Jordanian armed forces directly. Jordan intercepted Iranian missiles in June 2025 as well. That was in defense of Israel. This time Iran targeted Jordan itself. You have Saudi Arabia, as we just talked about. They got hit, but it looks like not too bad. So now understand what Iran just accomplished strategically. In attempting to retaliate against Israel and America, the IRGC fired missiles at 6 sovereign nations in a single morning. Not one of those nations attacked Iran, but Iran did not bomb Tehran. The UAE did not launch strikes on Isfahan. Qatar hosted diplomatic back channels. Kuwait maintained neutrality. Jordan was just mediating. Iran just converted every neutral and semi-neutral state in the Gulf into a potential co-belligerent. Every nation whose airspace was violated, whose civilians were killed, whose sovereignty was breached now has legal and political justification to join whatever coalition forms next. And if you guys don't think they are going to go after Iran as well, the thing is, guys, I don't want any civilians getting killed. The Iranian people have nothing to do with this, okay? They have nothing to do with this. I hope it's going to be maintained to the regime, what's ever left of it, and military installations, and they completely raze it to the ground. That's all I want here. This is already happening, okay? It's going down. There's no way to avoid this, and it's just the way it's going to be. And Cage, you want to see where the Iran's navy is? Do you want to see some satellite images here?
Yeah, I think it's a little below where the satellite can see at this point.
This is what it was as it was on fire, guys. This was on fire, and now, congrats to Iran military, whose navy is now who is now newly formed reefs. Okay, all their navy ships bombed, destroyed, and they are now in the bottom of the ocean. They are gone. Between Israel and America, they have completely decapitated all of the military, as far as we know. Maybe not all of it, but a big chunk of it. Because everything we're hearing, Kate, right now, the maximum amount of time that's being reported that Trump wants to effectively make sure they are dealt with, what I'm hearing is 30 days. That's what everyone's saying. And Trump said, I mean, we're going to see here in a little bit, it could take 1 day, it could take 2 or 3 days, it could take longer. And the thing is, he's not going to say how long. They have their objectives, they know what they're doing, but reports are saying 30 days max. Is that a forever war, guys? 1 month? Can you imagine if George Bush did his war in 30 days? That's a fucking joke to even think about. It's a joke.
No, it's not even 30 days. If you think about it, that's not an unreasonable time frame. It's actually a very, very quick time frame. If you're talking about from start to finish of starting the bombing campaign, getting rid of all their senior leadership, and probably just below that, taking out their military capabilities, and then basically trying to mop up all the pieces after that. Plus, you want to stay in the region and maintain stability for a little bit while a new form of government takes over in that area. And then once that happens, then yeah, you can turn it over to them, but you're going to want to maintain some sort of stability. So, a month of, I would say, involvement with that country is not an outrageous amount of time. And even after we're done with this quote unquote engagement or involvement, you're still going to see an increased presence in the area for a little while because you don't know who's going to get in there and try and take over. There's going to be some, and this is the one thing you got to remember why he's putting a time frame on it that's longer than just a day. There's going to be some radical retards that are left over that try and get in there and seize power while there's a vacuum.
Yeah.
So you might have to take a couple of them out too.
That's the thing, guys. That's what's being reported here, guys. There's no need to freak out. There is zero reason to be freaking out about any of this, okay? Is there
if anything, there's plenty of reason to be happy about this.
And which the Iranian people are, because Cage, I'd have to imagine as this was going on, Iran's last nuclear scientist may have looked like this. Fucking clown losing his mind, dude.
That seems about right. Yeah.
It's all going to shit. Why are we dying for this? Well, this is the thing, guys. It's being reported now that up to 40 high-level targets were taken out between Israel and the United States.
See, we're slightly later in the day. Now he's got the vest on.
Yes, now we got vests on.
From a senior Israeli security official, Israel assesses that more than 40 senior Iranian security and regime figures were killed in strikes during the opening operation that Israel launched this morning with the United States against the Iranian regime. This official goes on to say this is one of the largest regime decapitation operations conducted in modern warfare history, and that Israeli intelligence managed to infiltrate the Iranian security echelon, making the strikes possible, this official explained. But again, this news just coming into us, we were able to confirm it, that a senior Israeli official telling Fox News more than 40 senior Iranian security and regime figures were killed in the opening strike this morning. And John and Sandra, as you can hear on our phones here, and we're going to stay here. Our security is giving me the nod to stay here. Tel Aviv is under a significant attack right now. And again, this news breaking that Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, has been killed. We are now reporting exclusively that 40 senior regime figures were also killed in the strikes.
40 senior officials, guys, thanks to Israeli intelligence, okay? Now, what I want to bring you guys to real quick, and fam, this is what I'm saying, that we have so much more to get into, you don't even know. I want to show you guys what the complete slap, spit in the face from our representative at the UN security meeting that literally happened a couple of hours ago. I think it's Walls here. Mike Walls get kind of fucked up in the beginning and got pushed out to the UN Security Council. This is what it is. This is what he straight up was saying, and they had the camera on the Iran's representative, and I mean it's just awesome.
Trump said happy today, and he spoke directly to the Iranian people. He said, quote, "To the proud, great people of Iran, I saw tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. The entire world has witnessed the regime's wholesale slaughter of innocent civilians. The sad irony is that this same regime will attempt to lecture us today about human rights and the rule of law. Its presence here in this council makes a mockery of this body.
Ooh.
But where the UN lacks moral clarity, the United States of America will maintain it. Indiscriminate and unprovoked attacks by the Iranian regime today against our regional partners, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Qatar, Jordan, and others, reinforce precisely why such actions are necessary. The regime has not only struck military assets, but civilian infrastructure.
Said that shit right to the Iranian representative here. Your presence is a mockery of this council. Damn, get fucked. And then obviously, the Russian representation was there as well, and they're demanding President Trump stops the strikes in Iran.
That the United States and Israel immediately cease their aggressive actions.
That's funny.
An alternative to resolving the Iranian subject, including its nuclear component, the alternative to peaceful and diplomatic means simply does not exist, and it never has. We insist on the immediate resumption of political and diplomatic settlement efforts.
I don't even think he believes in his own bullshit.
Of solutions based on international law, mutual respect, and a balance of demand.
Oh,
is that the same? Is that the same representative that told us back in the day about all the Ukrainian biolabs and all that shit?
Yes.
I think it's the same guys, but I mean, this guy can't believe his own bullshit, because every time we told them to like back off and stop hitting Ukraine, like that night they would go out there. Trump jokes about this. That night they'll go out there and like bomb a whole bunch of places in Ukraine. Not that I'm siding with Ukraine here, but the absolute gall of someone from Russia to tell us to stop at this point. Fuck off, dude.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. So, guys, it's 6:48 p.m. Eastern time. We have so much more show to get into. I want to show you guys the ramifications of what, on a geopolitical scale, of what this means for Russia and China. This completely fucks them over as far as oil, and this is now the third time that Russia and China have been shown, if you're going to be an ally with these people, it is only transactional and not relational, which is huge. They have been embarrassed once again, and I want to show you guys this among all the reactions from not just here in this country, from actual Iranians, people that lived in that country, people that still live in this country, and so much more, fam, and the Black Pillars as well. We have a lot to get into. We need to move over to Pill.net exclusively, as we always do, so if you guys can do that right now, if a kick, Rumble, X, YouTube. There's still people over on YouTube that are very upset because I'm not screaming about the Jews. But we do have some base pillars that like Smokin saying, if you follow Candace Owens and get the fuck off this channel, you Candace cucks. Thank you, Smokin. You're awesome. So we'll see you guys over on Pilled.net. The links are in the chat as they are always. Yep. There's spam in the Trump is a pedo 12. This is in the Rumble chat. So what a surprise.
Oh, that's nice.
It's always Rumble. And yeah. So we'll see you guys over on Pilled.net. Let me drop those links again. And let's get that done. It's incredible to me that so many people are so angry with Trump, but you gotta do better than Trump's a pedo, guys. We've been around way too long. It's just not gonna work. It's just sad at this point. All right, guys, we'll see you over on Pilled.net. Goodbye, my friends. All right, let's see.